belonging to different sectors and different regions in Pakistan. And so among them we have Mr. Aun. Mr. Aun is the Vice President of the Federal Chamber of Commerce. Then we have Mr. Imran Khalil, he's Chairman of UK Ireland Business Council, which is a small configuration within the FPCCI. Then we have Mr. Alan Wright, the President of the West London Chamber. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. And Mr. Rashid Iqbal, the CEO of Pakistan Business Council. So the idea was basically to connect FPCCI with the representatives of these two chambers, and maybe to provide you with a platform where maybe you can discuss business avenues and maybe guide the government as well on how we can facilitate it better. So before I proceed further, I would request Mr. Alan Wright to maybe say a few words.
You're very kind to ask me to say a few words. Thank you very much. I'm very proud to be here again in this wonderful building amongst honoured people. Thank you very much. Our Chamber of Commerce in West London, we also regard it as the apex chamber for the south of the UK. We have a large contingent of people, a large diaspora of people from the Asian continent, especially from Pakistan. We're honoured to have our former Mayor of Hounslow here today, Councillor Kiani. We also have the Mayor of London from a certain country here. We also have a Mayor in Slough from a certain country. We also have a former Prime Minister of Scotland from a certain country. So we seem to have a very strong affinity to Pakistan. But what I would say in a very serious note is, given what's going on with tariffs around the world, this is a US issue of isolationists policy, but it gives a huge opportunity for us to try and pull together the Commonwealth countries that can trade freely amongst each other in ways that we haven't been able to do for most of my lifetime, in fact most of perhaps all of our lifetimes. So I very much welcome the opportunity of trading closer, tighter and in a warm way with yourselves and building that bilateral trade opportunity here. We have a strong contingent of directors and our president from our Chamber of Commerce with us today. So we welcome being able to do that and welcome trade opportunities with yourself. I've had a strong talk with your colleagues from the Federal Chamber, and we are committed to work closely with each other to try and deliver better trade opportunities in a way that hasn't happened before. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So we have the Vice Chairman, Mr. Aun, and fortunately we come from the same residential school in Pakistan.
Discussing yesterday in the Commonwealth as well, the perception about our country is vague or different, and when anyone come to Pakistan, they totally change the perception after that. The way, and from there they change the packaging and made in India, then they will come to United Kingdom. But if we will start, because the trade is I think one of the best things to do or start the communication between the two countries. So we are here, so we can provide you all the, what's your demand, like if United Kingdom will tell us what you demand from us. So yesterday we are discussing that our some small and medium sector, they're producing one of the best things, but they don't have like, we are there for them for the introduction in the international market. Our cutlery, like there is a city named Wazirabad. So cutlery of that is one of the best in the world, but nobody knew that. So I'm in the furniture industry, so we are producing one of the best furniture in Pakistan. So like, unfortunately my president, he isn't here, he wasn't feeling well. He's in the edible oil. So all the 155 associations are the special in their field. For example, I came from Furniture Association, so I have the specialty and every connection with the furniture industry. I think so, and we will invite you to Pakistan, and when you will visit us and see our industry, So I think so everyone's perception will definitely change, because I was British national as well, so I work here and Pakistan both. So I am representing, you can say, the both country, but for now today I am representing Pakistan. So Mr. Imran is dealing with everything here, so he can arrange meeting for you in Pakistan. So you can visit us. We will provide you everything. Because and in the last, I'm very thankful to you for all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
First of all, obviously, I welcome the delegation from Pakistan, but more importantly, it's an honor to be here again. And this meeting has been arranged and organized by the Pakistan Commission, so I really do welcome this. Because this bodes well with connecting people, especially businesses. So we need to be, as Alan just mentioned, that Commonwealth countries now need to come together, especially after the tariffs have been introduced. So therefore, it's in our interest to work very closely together. Just to highlight that we are working very closely with Saudi Airline, and given the air cargo tariffs, I use the word the dirty word tariff, and so the tariffs have somewhat not been in favor when it comes to exporting mangoes and oranges to European countries or anywhere else, particularly the United Kingdom. So we've been since the last few months, we've been discussing this with Saudi Airline, that we needed to increase Pakistan's fast-moving goods export, and so for that we've reached an agreement with Saudi Airline to reduce the tariffs, and hopefully within the next few days we should have a complete signed seal delivered, an understanding which should be in the public domain very soon. So that's just one. Secondly, you talked about the food and drink sector in general. We work very closely with, obviously, the FPCCI is one of our stakeholders, and whenever we are in Pakistan, they look after us well, and they organize all our engagements, and so we are very thankful to them. But under the general food and drink sector, we are very much supporting the TDAP and also the businesses here who really want to promote the food and drink sector. We've got a number of webinars lined up in the next month or so. So we will be engaging on, we'll be dealing with a number of businesses here, inviting them, and also inviting the Federation of Pakistan Chambers of Commerce to come along and take part in the webinars that we are conducting. Unfortunately, there was a lady called Tammy Dawson who apparently could not be here. She was going to come here, but unfortunately she couldn't because of the schedule that's been moved forward. So she was much more of a better person to discuss the fast-moving goods and her role in the agri-tech and so on and so forth. So we are working very closely with the Pakistan Commission. So we are very much discussing all the other sectors almost on a daily basis. Just lastly, we are also looking at Pakistan Travel Mart. Pakistan Travel Mart. We took a delegation very recently. We came back, and post trade mission, we've been asked to conduct a number of roadshows, and we are organizing one big conference, a high-level conference, which is going to be held in London, and we are literally in the planning stages, and 3 roadshows, one in London, Manchester, and one in Glasgow, and so this is something that's in the pipeline. This is literally to provide travel and tour operators from UK to join hands with the travel and tour industries in Pakistan, especially looking after the niche sector in Pakistan, such as trekking and scuba diving and God knows what else. But those are the niche sectors. But yeah, so just to give you a heads up. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Rashid sir.
In Pakistan, UK and Ireland Business Council, it's an elected body, representative of FPCCI. So our members comprise of various sectors. They come from Pakistan's listed companies. Just to name a few, we have Pakistan's largest technology company, Systems Limited, also our members. We also have smaller entrepreneurs, smaller SMEs and mid-sized businesses also as our members. Pakistan's largest towel exporters are also our members. Feroz 1888, they are the largest towel exporters. They are also our members. So what the Business Council does is enhances FPCCI's collaborations with various partners in the UK and Ireland. As part of the strategic agreements, we've signed a strategic agreement with various chambers within the UK, such as Scottish Chambers of Commerce and so on. Yesterday we were meeting a team of Scottish Chambers of Commerce, and just to give you a feel for that, Pakistan has facilitated trade agreements or is facilitating trade agreements with Scottish universities, where we originally thought, or Scottish universities originally thought, that they would be able to provide their learning to Pakistan. But when they came over and met with the partners in Pakistan, they found out there were things that were happening in our region, in our part of the world, that they could take to their part and explore that and develop things further for their universities. So they started talking. As a body, we put both of them together. We connected them with partners in Pakistan. We connected them with LUMS in Lahore. We connected them with Iqra University in Karachi and various other universities. As we speak now, the team is currently sitting in FPCCI's offices, and they're expected to sign an MOU very shortly between Iqra and a Scottish university, RGU. Now that's a great example of bringing two sides together. So our coming here today is just to learn a little bit more about yourselves, your chambers, and to understand how we can take some of the learning, how can we enhance collaborations between your members and further enhance connectivity. There are emerging trends in Pakistan now. Those trends are, we're not only relying on the conventional items such as rice and textiles. Pakistan is also catering to extreme tourism. People want to experience what are our peaks like, what are the resorts like, and there are amazing, wonderful resorts that are coming up. And I think in the next 6 months, there will be some very world-class resorts that are already coming up. We know our members are also developing that. So they're looking for collaborations with this part of the world. Then there's also medical tourism coming up. A lot of people who cannot get appointments at NHS here, they're coming and getting their treatments at Aga Khan and various other hospitals, and businesses are facilitating them. So there are new opportunities emerging. People think that things are not moving in Pakistan, but I think Pakistan has been rated as the #2 market in the world by Bloomberg. Pakistan's stock markets have performed phenomenally well, giving people returns that were not available to investors over the world, and that has been rated by Bloomberg. Why is that the case? Because Pakistan has 250 million people, and 60% of those are under the age of 29. They're looking for opportunities. While we speak, universities of Scotland are also exploring collaboration where Pakistani kids would be studying their data and facilitating them at LUMS. So those are kind of examples that are emerging. So we are here to learn more about you and see what can be done and really facilitate those collaborations further. Thank you for the team at Pakistan High Commission for hosting us. Thank you.
Thank you, Imran, sir. Thank you very much. So, working in Belgium for quite some time, and I monitor Pakistan and European Union trade. And we were expecting after Brexit that there would be too much of enthusiasm in Commonwealth. And these were the signals that we were getting from the departing members of European Parliament of British origin. But somehow I'm pretty, not very excited to see that how things stand at Commonwealth. But now, with the current environment, I think there's another opportunity for Commonwealth to maybe take, stock of things. And I hope that, you find that resonance among the member states as well. But I can assure you, even as of now, as we speak, my ambassador, as of today, as of now, is in the Commonwealth Secretariat. So there's a lot of appetite in Pakistan for Commonwealth. I don't know how the other Commonwealth members are going to see that, but I totally agree with you that it's a very untapped, platform which needs to be capitalized on. I would like to have a look, sir, at your agreement with Lahore Chamber of Commerce, and I think we need to activate that. If there are things that. Sir, on CPEC, I think you mentioned CPEC, and then there was another mention. CPEC basically was a part of the BRI, Belt Road Initiative, and it was one of the, the showcase projects. And I, was fortunate enough when it started off. I was a part of the Prime Minister's office, and we had this a British concept. It came from Mr. Gordon Brown. It was called the Prime Minister's Delivery Unit, and so Pakistan also started it with this British, technical assistance. And I was part of that outfit within the PM office. And the basic reason of having that, outfit within the Prime Minister's office was to oversee CPEC projects. And Gwadar is, I would say, is just hardly, 5 to 10% of CPEC. And almost 70% was the energy corridor, 20% was the road corridor, and maybe 5 to 10% was Gwadar. But somehow, Gwadar took the limelight and everybody started believing that CPEC means Gwadar, which is quite a small component of that. Though Gwadar has immense potential. And I can assure you that CPEC never, CPEC, I think, has delivered almost 80% of what it was meant for. What is lacking in CPEC as of now, because they were majorly the energy generation units, the distribution networks which have been established. Because before CPEC, Pakistan had a very grave energy crisis. And CPEC did help us. CPEC started happening, started delivering. Then we started hearing from all other partners that why is China being given the primacy? China was given primacy because nobody else was willing to invest at that time. So that is something, that people don't appreciate it. We have a state-of-the-art airport at Gwadar. The port is there. Now what is lacking is the long-term strategy of CPEC. So that is like how to make use of that corridor in a most productive or effective manner. So that is what the government of Pakistan is working on. We have certain hazards in that part of Balochistan, and CPEC, Balochistan is hardly again 15% of the total investment of CPEC. The rest of the investment is upcountry. All those road networks, those energy units, they are all over the place. So I think the CPEC still has immense potential, and I think Pakistan being a very old partner to China is very grateful for their support at that very point when we needed it the most. And I'm so glad that there are so many people in aviation, from aviation industry, and we are currently negotiating PIA's access to Britain. We already managed it in Europe. Now we have regular flights from Paris. We'll be starting Amsterdam very soon. And I think what I've learned from my colleagues, people who are dealing with it, that PIA would be starting its activities very soon. But people who are working in aviation, they need to see, like my colleague mentioned about Air Karachi. We have Air Siam. There are lots of new airlines with a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. So those are also partners. Though PIA is a public sector entity, but for us, when we are promoting trade, there's not much difference between public and private. So private is as dear to us as the public sector. So do look towards those airlines, and these are initiatives, Air Siam and Air Karachi. These are initiatives from the private sector business associations. So it has a lot of a pool of wisdom coming from all business sectors, which have basically managed this. So I think that would be interesting how you develop those links. Lastly, I would like to thank each one of you for sparing your the time for us, and I hope that this is not the conclusion. This is just a beginning of a new relationship, of new connections, And I hope that, eventually we might not be here in our present positions, but maybe our successors might benefit from this engagement that we are having here today. So thank you once again.